You have to play a 2-mana 2/1 in your deck just to get the requisite hexproof creatures. It's not good. It's not good. If you're okay with putting a 2-mana 2/1 in your deck, then I guess Boggles is fine, but I'm not about that personally. Playing the mirror? Seems like the mirror. Could be... I guess it could be Murktide, but... Go turn, pass. Register Boggles in the qualifier tomorrow? Oh, good. Wish I had a Violent Outburst so I could fight over it, but... Is this the fabled Blue Moon? If I get stifled. Okay. You may bobble me. Might just be log out, but nobody in that one plays fight here for some reason. Oof. Alright, well, I don't think I'm supposed to wait until I get to 6 mana. Cast my card. It's not going to resolve, but... Would you like to see Beta Monitor to make the format fun for you again? I mean, if I'm getting my wish list, Omnath, but I know that's not likely to happen. I know that's not necessarily realistic, but that's what I would like to see banned. I kind of want to force this. I'm just going to do it. This thing's on 1, right? Wonder if I want to main phase the Borrower. That's bad if they have both, though. I'll attack. Yeah, main phase Borrower just lets them go EOT bolt, untap, have all their mana up, so it's kind of bad. I mean, they might bolt this anyways, but... And if they do, then I think I'll play the Borrower. Because if they Murktide me, I don't really give a shit, because I have the bounce spell. So I don't really care if they Murktide me, and I still have Dead God up for Ragavan, which is nice. My Omnath, not the Evoke Elementals or DRC, because Omnath is just like... I mean, I think personally, again, this is just my opinion. This is... Chat asked me what I would want to happen. I think Omnath is the most infuriating card in that deck. Like, I think it's personally, for me, it's by a landslide. I know everybody doesn't necessarily share the same opinion, but that's the one that does it for me. That's the one I just can't stand playing against. Alright. Upstairs. Upstairs. Your move. We have 3 cards. If they have a Murktide, we can at least bounce that. If they don't have a land, they can't counter back, which is nice. They cast Unholy Heat for 2. Don't think that does what you want it to. Ooh, I gotta cast the bounce spell, right? Yeah. It is tempting to Shardless here, but I think the bounce spell is so much better. We are 0-1 in the challenge. So you're not have so much value, but pitch to every relevant elemental. Yeah, that too. But it's just like, it's the card that when the game, it's the card. I think it's the card that out of the Omnath deck just causes it's kind of like the hardest to beat, you know? Like at least with Fury and Solitude, they're like down resources, kind of like, yeah, those are good cards. I'm not saying that Fury and Solitude are bad, but I don't know. That's just the way that I feel personally. I think they have a 3rd counterspell. I don't think I'm supposed to wait, especially because I'm already down 2 forces. So it's like, it's not even that likely I find a 3rd force to fight over it. Okay, we have this to bounce the Murktide, which is like kind of fine, but we have 1 Footfalls left. So they're going to play a 5/5, we'll bounce it. I don't know what their last card is. If they keep Omnath, it'd be Renin 6 that gets the hammer. Potentially, yeah. A little late to the party, but... I mean, they do go to 3. I didn't realize they were that low. I totally missed the fact that they were at fucking 3. They run tap with Omnath, the game is over if you're in Solitude or just pure design mistakes for Modern. Yeah, agreed. That's kind of where I'm at, too. It's like... that's lethal. That would be lethal damage. So they have Force Negation. Alright, so I like to cut Force of Negation for Dispute. See, this is weird. I'm not used to playing with Leyline of the Void, so I don't know if I'm supposed to bring it into this matchup. I want to see if the person who put the sideboard guide out, I want to see if they were playing. If they were bringing this in. They put it on Twitter, so don't yell at me for leaking sideboard guides. They literally put it out there for free, so. Murktide. Yes, they do like the ley lines. Mana Screw game 2, Multi 5. Oof. It's tough, man. At least you didn't get boggled. I got fucking boggled. So I actually cut the Prismari commands for endurances, which is awkward because now I don't want to cut endurance against them, but I would cut Prismari command against them. Man, I got nothing to cut. Yeah, I think I'm just not gonna play the lane lines. Oh wait, no, I actually don't like Fury against them. Yeah, I actually don't like Fury against Murktide. Little threat light if I do that, but let's try cutting Fury. I want to see how this goes. I see the disgusting glimpse of Tomorrow Elementals deck. Yeah, I've seen that. No, we are playing, this sounds good. We're playing Rakdos Sacrifice in the Pioneer Challenge. You see the meta in Pioneer, what kind of deck is better positioned? I mean, Mono Green is obviously still probably the most powerful deck individually, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best positioned. Because the thing about Mono Green is, like, yeah, it's powerful, but a lot of people are playing, like, good sideboard cards against it, or just strategies that are extremely good against it. Like, you see there's a resurgence of Spirits and Boros Heroic, and both those decks are incredible against Mono Green. So, like, I think the metagame is definitely adapting to the presence of Mono Green, which is really nice. A lot of people thought that Mono Green was just going to be, like, the end-all, be-all, just nobody could ever beat this deck, and a lot of people are able to beat it, which is cool. Oh yeah, you lost to Kevin. That was that was rough. I kind of hope they spell pierce this. I don't think they're going to, but just gonna get Triumph. I mean, I'm gonna probably just main phase the outbursts because if they have Flusterstorm, I can't dispute over it anyways. Like dispute doesn't fight against Flusterstorm, so at that point I might as well just go for it. All right, doesn't look like they have the Flusterstorm. Cool. Proceed. They have a Charm. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I can bounce it. It's not too bad. Still cast the Borrower. I guess I misclicked on the wrong land. I should have got an island. It's actually going to punish me because I can't go Borrower plus hold up Dispute. But I thought this was an island. It's obviously not. Guess that works out. Could main phase the Borrower. Attack. Again, main phasing Borrower is worse if they have Bolt, so I'm just going to pass. They can't kill this. They can't Bolt or Heat it. I like Pioneer. Weird Rakdos sack. Yeah, this is just in between rounds. Pioneer's a great place. Some decks are good, but every deck has a bad matchup, so the deck is just overpowered. Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, Mono Green is a deck that people thought was definitely going to be, like, this really big problem in the, first couple of weeks after the bannings, and I really think the format has kind of settled down to a place where Mono Green is a part of the format, but it's not, the end-all, be-all, just, like, tier 0 unbeatable deck, People, you can beat Mono Green if you want to. Like, again, Spirits and Boros are both incredibly good against Mono Green. So I'm going to play around them having a removal spell, and I'm just going to kill the Channeler. It's better, because I don't want to play this into a Bolt. They just get the trigger, and, like, they just can't kill this Rhino. That should probably seal it up. I think I'm actually going to play the Bone Crusher Giant here, because I think it's better to save the other half of this Borrower, and also if they cast a Bolt, they go to 3, and they're at 3 versus a Rhino that they can't interact with. I guess they could have another Charm, but Pioneer as a format is ass. Why do you think so? I'm curious. I've been really enjoying the gameplay in Pioneer. I think the gameplay is awesome. It's just like it doesn't have the infinite combo, and it doesn't have access to sideboard cards game 1. That's the thing that I hate the most about Karn, is it just like allows you to have access to basically every single piece of interaction that you could possibly need in a game 1 setting, which is just, that's a lot, especially when you're generating 20 mana on turn 4 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot. I think I'm not gonna kill that. I'm just gonna chill. I normally ice them in these spots, but I think I'm just going to chill, actually. I kind of want to hold up the ice, though, just in case I want to fire EOT. Like, if they play 2 creatures, I can go EOT, fire, untap, Fury. If I draw a red card, I think I'll pay 2 life. But I'm not going to cast the ice. Likely to have a chance to win the RCQ since only 60 people look at the shop and dodge a stupid Opus deck. Opus. More like Hopus. Kind of awkward. I guess I have to kill this EOT? Yeah. Probably have to kill this EOT. It's not awful. It's not great, though. I feel like maybe the 3-mana Planeswalker could go from green. What, Kiora? Yeah, Kiora also enables the combo. Like, if you wanted to ban Kiora, if you wanted to ban Karn, I know it sounds kind of dumb, but you could even ban the Pestilent Cauldron. I know that's probably the loosest of the bunch, but I wouldn't be, like, completely opposed to banning just a single piece of the combo, you know? I am double queuing. I'm playing the Pioneer Challenge. I'm going to let that resolve and then just hopefully draw a red card. But yeah, I'm playing the Pioneer Challenge with Rakdos Sacrifice, and we're playing some leagues in between rounds. Okay, no other 0-drop, which is good. They're obviously not going to attack. I think I just have to get lucky and try to draw a red card. I'm not winning this game by not casting Violent Outburst. I mean, ban Nykthos could be on the table, but the only reason I think that's very unlikely is because Nykthos is the promo for the upcoming RCQs, so I don't think that's very likely to happen. Even though I don't think it would be completely awful if Nykthos was banned. Honestly, that ban might make the most sense, but with them releasing Nykthos as the promo, I don't see that happening. Yeah, again, as we talked about, if you ban Karn, I think the mono green deck is very fair. Well, use the term fair loosely, because it still makes a, 40 mana or whatever, but it's not like setting up an infinite combo. No attacks. It's very, very strange. So I guess their hand just sucks, right? I mean, I think I'm just going to go end of turn, hardcast Borrower, untap Fury, kill both of these. That leaves them with Thopter, Shadow Spear, Token. The reason I want to play the Borrower is because if they go to 1, they can't fetch, which I think is nice. Could you imagine if Ballista were still... No, I can't imagine if Ballista was still lethal. That would be out of control. Like, you think the mono green deck's good now? Can you imagine if it had Walking Ballista? Like, it would just be absurd. It'd be broken. Already might be broken anyways, but it would just be completely out of control. Would Ballista be okay if Nykthos was gone? Maybe, because, like, I was of the opinion that Heliod Ballista was never really a problem, per se. Like, I thought Heliod Ballista was fine, and I thought it was pretty good gameplay for the most part. But, yeah, maybe if you ban Nykthos, Ballista might be okay, because Ballista also helps the Scales decks, which, if you've watched the channel over the past couple of weeks, we've been playing a ton of those Scales decks, but we're just really missing that kind of top-end payoff for Scales. And I want Scales to be good. And the core is definitely there. You have Scales, you have Constrictor, you have Conclave Mentor, you have a lot of good 1-drops, you have Rishkars, you have Nissas. The core is there. You're just missing that one big payoff, So, I think that was true previously, but also March of Other Woolly Light is a huge printing to be able to answer Heliod. Very similar to why Heliod fell off in Modern, because of the printing and Prismatic Ending, right? So I think if you have... With March in the format, I think Heliod's probably okay. Heliod decks will do well in the mirror is what I mean. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. I mean, people play Blue-White Control. That deck plays March. I guess there's not a ton of decks that play March, but I don't know. If Heliod came back, more people would play March. Try to high roll the land and Auto War the Saga. That's too greedy, I think. Because if I don't cast the Fury next turn, I think I'm in a really bad spot, because they're going to be getting the hammer off of the Saga. So if I lose the ability to cast Fury, I think I lose the game. So I can't risk not being able to cast Fury there. And I'm in such a commanding position now that I think this is totally fine. Like, I think if I cast the Fury, I win the game. I don't really think they have any outs here. What's up, John? Just like Ballista being the de facto big infinite mana combo payoff for any combo deck? Is there, like, a specific reason for that? Look, I agree with you. I think if you just take the format as is and add Ballista, the green decks are too good. I think the green decks with Ballista are way too good. Are they dead? Yeah, they should be dead, right? Because they have to put both the constructs in the Rhinos, and I just bounce one of them and trample over. Oh wait, I'm just slow rolling them. Because they were just dead if I did this pre-combat. I don't know why I waited. I didn't need to wait. I'm just literally slow rolling them. I could have just done this before combat. I did play the super. I went 1-2 drop. I misclicked round 1 because I was in the middle of a phone call, because I had to work this morning, so I played the PTQ while I was working, don't tell my boss. But yeah, I misclicked round 1 because I was doing something else, and then round 3, well, I smashed Mono Green round 2, and then round 3, I mulled the 5. Did I get your tweet? I don't usually look at Twitter while I'm streaming. Oh, sick! You won the RCQ? That's awesome, dude. Sick! Congratulations, man. That's awesome. You didn't play the 4th Claim the Firstborn, though. I don't know if I can let that one slide. You did not play the 4th Claim the Firstborn. What did we talk about last week, chat? Claim the Firstborn. Best card in the deck. At least I think that's you meant to see. Because you did tag me, so. Alright, hammer time. Force of Vigor. Force of Negation. Actually, Endurance is also bad, so I'll keep in 2 Force Negations. I think I want to Blood Moon them. I think Blood Moon them is kind of cap. I think Brothers War will beat Artifact Focus set. Always like how busted they are. I think so. I don't know the lore 100%. Lore is not my strong suit. It's actually the opposite of my strong suit. So I don't really know what the lore is like, but people have told me it's going to be an artifact-based set. So this is like the best Force of Negation target, so I usually just fire it off. Ah, yes. Right on time. Well, fuck. They always have the second Sigarda's Aid, chat. They always have the second Sigarda's Aid. Alright, let's see if we're dead. Yep, we're dead. Cool. Game 3. Sick. Trima Caverns on the play. I'm actually going to Blood Moon them on the play, I think. Force is not that great. Okay. Work with this. Sand's not bad. What's up, Claudia? Claudia, you get a 5-0 with Incarnation. You win with the weirdest decks. You're still the only person in the world that wins with Niv. I don't think anybody else does well with it. You just have the gift, you know? If you got it, you got it. Also, Chad, did you see my tweet Friday, yes, last night, about what I pulled at my local game store when I bought some random packs with cards? A lot of people might not even know what this is, but peep that. I only bought 8 packs, too. I bought 2 displays, which is 4 packs each. Just like the casual 8 packs. Just 2 ghost rares out of 8 packs, which is like the most ridiculous thing ever. It's so insane. Because they're like 1 in every 288 packs. And I got 2 of them in 8 packs. Oh, man. What's the Magic equivalent? They're like inventions. They're basically inventions. Think of them like that. Think of it as you buying 8 packs and opening 2 inventions. It's essentially the same thing. They're worth a little bit less, but... like, the 2 that I opened are about... I think they're like 60 each. So they're not that expensive, but they're still relatively expensive. Sure. Yeah, definitely have Paladin in hand. I'm gonna get the Triome. Suit we draw. Okay, not bad. No reason to move yet. Just kind of sit here for a little bit. Because if they play Paladin, I'm probably just going to Fury them. If they go, like, Paladin Pass. They probably have a Mem Knight, though. They're probably going to go, like, Paladin, Mem Knight equip. Or Mem Knight, then Paladin, I guess. Dark Arm Dragon, I don't believe is banned. I don't think so. I don't know what the TCG ban list is, but I don't think it's banned. Okay. I mean, I could just fire this end of turn, so I don't really care. I think I also should main face the Upburst. Just to play around a counterspell. Because I'm still going to have Force of Vigor up. Oh, I guess I won't. Because I don't have a green card. That's awkward. Should I play around a counterspell? I don't think I should. I think I'm just going to pass. This means you can't open any more sealed product for this year. You'll only be severely disappointed. Oh, I agree. Yeah, I was thinking about buying more boxes because I was like, I was going to get more. I only bought 2, and I was like, well, I'm sure I'll just open shit and then go back to the store and buy more. And then I was like, I don't think I'm buying any more, especially from that display. Now that I opened 2 ghost rares out of that display. Okay, that's fine. So they're gonna animate. Play Shadow Spear. This is really, really awkward. Because I really don't want to pitch this Violent Outburst, but I think I kind of have to. Can I take a hit? I just gain so much life. What if I just bounce the Paladin in response? And then I can hardcast the Force of Vigor next turn. That's probably better, right? Bounce Paladin this turn. Then they go replay Paladin. I respond hardcast Force on the 2 equipments. Then let them have the Paladin. Forest, thank you so much for the 8. I think I actually like that better. I mean, it does take me 2 turns off of casting this Violent Outburst, which is really awkward, but I think this is fine. It also gives them 1 less draw off the Shadow Spear, which is cool. Let them equip and bounce their creature. I mean, isn't that just worse than bouncing the Paladin? Because if I do that, they just re-equip to the Paladin. Post-combat, they just go replay Ornithopter, equip to Paladin, and I'm still in a bad spot. So I think that line's worse. Maybe draw a green card? Oh, yeah, sure. We can also just draw... Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. So now I think I just go land tapped. Still might go land untapped, because I might just want to hardcast both of these. I'll pay the 2 life just to see what they do. Although, maybe that 2 life was a spew, because I'm likely just going to go pitch and then play Outburst, right? Yeah, I'm just going to pitch. So I kill these 2... Kill these 2, hold up Outburst. The cool thing about pitching is they can't spell pierce that, because I'll just pay. I guess they might have another hammer. They have a Stone Forge, okay. So we need to find a red card. Definitely need to find a red card. If we find a red card, we're chilling. I mean, I'm still going to cast the Outburst. I think, right? Yeah, red card or land. I can't not cast it. It's 2-turn clock. Yeah, red card or land. That probably does it too. That one probably does it too. Unless they draw a counterspell. But I lose to round 1. I lost the Buckles. I lost the Buckles. Memnite's fine. So the last card's Hammer. So Hammer resolves. Hope they don't draw exactly Spell Pierce. Okay. I guess I could respond. I can actually play around Spell Pierce, right? Just respond to this trigger and kill the hammer on the Nexus. It's worse if they draw a second hammer. But I don't die to a second hammer because I'm killing the Nexus, right? This is close. I think I'm supposed to play around Spell Pierce. Because if they draw Stoneforge, they can't hammer me. Yeah, I'm going to play around Spell Pierce. So they don't draw another hammer. I know, I lose to Spell Pierce. That's probably why I want to play around it. Because I don't lose to another hammer, right? Like, yeah, I take a lot of damage, but I don't lose to another hammer. I don't give a shit about that. Alright, we're vibing. We're vibing. We are vibing. Alright, that'll probably do it. I'm going to kill the Ornithopter and the Paladin, just to reduce the amount of artifacts they have. It probably doesn't matter, but... yeah. Alright, cool. 2-0. Easy clap. You had a Redain or a Company in your hand, but if you did, I would have chump blocked. I shouldn't have attacked. When I attacked you with the Devil, I was like, shit, he's just going to chump block. Because the whole point of that game was I was literally leaving the Thalian plan purpose so you couldn't play a 4-drop. Yeah, in game 2. I could have killed the Thalia, I just didn't want to. I wanted to leave it in play as long as possible. Yeah, the Hydra play was sick. That was a good play. Any cards I would change right now from the 75? The Harvesters are more of an experiment. I'm not 100% sure if they're actually good. I just fire, right? This is what we call the buy. Yeah, GG's, buddy. Scooz is kind of awkward. I cut my Croxes, and Scooz is not the best against Cat, because I can just play around it. And it's also not... I mean, I don't know. If you got to untap with it, maybe it would have been fine, because you have more mana, but... it's just super mana intensive. Right, yeah. Apatra. Don't think that's going to do it. I don't know if I've ever lost all to Yawgmoth with Rhinos. I don't think I ever have. Just in trying underdog in that slot. Ooh, that's not bad. Could maybe do like a 2-2 split, 2 underdog, 2 Epicure. I think the point that I'm trying to make is that I'm not sure I want 4 2-drops. I think 2 and 2 might be a good split. Alright, so oh, you didn't want to no, come on, come back. I want to play the other shardless. I don't even know if I want a sideboard. I'm just too lazy. I guess Force Negation's kind of sketch. You probably got Force for Leyline, I guess. You can't even Force Grist. Is there a matchup in Modern that's more lopsided than this one? I don't actually know if there is. Right, exactly. Yeah, that's why I wanted to keep the Thalion play for as long as possible so you couldn't cast Retain. I forgot to bring in my Kolaghan's commands for game 2. Chat reminded me. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, he has Retain. I probably should, have the Kolaghan's commands. Yeah. Alright. Fine. Keep. Eoform versus Hogat. Of course, John. Of course you would. Oh, come on. Every time. Every single time. What is the point of putting this card in my deck when I always draw it on turn 1? Like, I can't. I literally can't. I just can't. I can't. I actually can't. Emulate versus Burn? Yeah. Still. This is awkward. I think I should cycle, because I really need to find a Cascade spell. So I'm just going to cycle. Probably get a Forest? I think Forest is Gucci. Which one's the Forest? I forget. They get Court in response, but... Ooh, nice draw step. This card should probably just not be in my deck. Although, not that Force Negation would be much better. Bought a Thunder Shirt for Swanson in and around just the storms for starting. Nice, dude. That's not a Cascade spell. Alright, I think we might lose this game. I don't even know what I'm supposed to kill. I guess I'm supposed to kill this. Doesn't feel great, though. This one's probably chalked. Oh, God, they have another one, too, because they just insta-let it die. They definitely have another one. You manifested the cell when you said you never lose the Yogg. Well, yeah, we can spot him one in the draw. It's fine. I'll spot him one in the draw. Isn't it better to bounce? What, to bounce the Yawgmoth? Maybe. But they just replay it. I don't know what bouncing the Yawgmoth accomplishes. Maybe that was a premature concession. Well, turns out we were never trying a Cascade spell anyways. We go game 3. I don't want to cut these lane lines. I'm just gonna moon him. Let's play one ley line, fuck it. Perfect number of ley lines. Should I keep both Dramoka's commands against you? Game 2, I boarded them out. I don't think you should board them out because it's, another answer to Devil. I think you should keep them. I think having max answers to Devil is good. Yeah, you only need one in your opening hand. Except for when it's not in your opening hand. This hand looks good. And it probably is good. But it doesn't have a Cascade spell. I just can't mull this hand, right? I'm keeping. I think I'm going to suspend on 1. If they play a Dork, then I'll just kill it. I can't mulligan this hand, right? There's just no way. With a 3-1 flyer? Yeah, the 3-1 flyer is kind of medium, because it just gets swallowed up by Devil, and most of my cards cost 1 mana anyways. Because I boarded out Obnix, because Obnix sucks against you. I think I cycle here. Should probably play my land first. Yeah, I think it's better to cycle, because I do need to hit land drops and Cascade spells. So I'll just cycle. And then if they play another dork, I can just kill both. Okay, step 1. Step 2, land please. Probably gonna draw the Triome. Did I play the PTQ? Yeah, I went 1-2 drop. Strangle Rootgeist. Okay. I accept. You sure I want to ice them again? At 14? Yeah, let's ice them again. Just gonna ice this. Dude, if they Magus me, I'm not gonna be very happy. Let's take a cord for 1? No! I need lands. Contemplating bringing in Emperor, but I wasn't sure if it was correct. No, that card seems way too slow. Yeah, I played the sack deck in the PTQ. Okay, can I draw a land, please? Pretty please? Show me a land? Mod check? Surely I'll draw a land. I think I should fire the Geist and the Wolf, and then go Fury, kill Geist, Hierarch. Leave them with a 2-2 and a 1-1. I guess it's probably better to just stomp the Geist, and then Fury, if I'm not going to kill the Young Wolf, right? Yeah, it's just better to go stomp here and then kill these 3. I think I pitch the Blood Moon. I think I'm casting that one this game. Alright, you may proceed. Still sucks if they have a Yawgmoth, but... This is how you lose the Yawgmoth, by the way. You just never draw land 3. Ooh, Rhinos. Ooh, Rhinos. Alright, you can go. The cards in green-white are weak against red-black sack. The 3-1? I think Aspirin's pretty bad, actually. It's kind of, I don't know if you kept that in, but I think I would cut that card. Either that or Voice. Voice is awkward because if I steal Voice and sack it, I get the token. And also, Aspirin has the problem of being bad against Devil, so like they're both bad in certain situations. Definitely the 3-1. The 3-1's your worst card. And then I think you want to cut one of the 2 drops. I'm not sure which one is worse. That's pretty close. Probably debatable. Yeah, you can maybe shave on both. Because they both have their ups and downs. Yeah, I think you want Knight for Oven. You have to be able to kill Oven. Yeah, you definitely want Knight. I mean, it's probably okay. Punishment. I think Ooze is fine. It's pretty obvious that I had it. I guess they're just okay with this. 5. Alright, attack you for 8. Just gonna hold up a removal spell. I mean, I was gonna say I assume their last card's Yawgmoth, but they probably wouldn't have sacked their peatland if they had Yawgmoth, right? So I'm just gonna pass. Wish I had a second red source. That'd be nice. Was thinking Yasharn could be good. You don't have Yasharn on your sideboard, right? Alright, should I stomp or should I fire? I think I should stomp. Guess I lose to Messenger. Oh, they can't cast Messenger. They have no black mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they have a land, they can cord for Messenger. I guess if I was doing this, I should have suspended, but the game's not going to last 4 more turns. Alright. I guess I'll go for the kill. So I ice this. Then if they have cord, I could just dead gone their blocker. Alright, combat step. Yeah, if they cord for a Dryad Arbor, I can just kill the Dryad Arbor. I think they have Fatal Push? Oh, right, that makes more sense. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's still a chump block, right? And then I could just kill the Young Wolf and then go to 1. Sure. Could have suspended Rhinos and still had all the spells up. Yeah, I probably should have suspended the Rhino. But again, the game's not going to last 4 turns. Okay, this is fine. Guess I should just kill the Wolf now. I do lose the Geist. Just pass. Yeah, I do lose the Geist. Okay, it's not a Geist. I also lose the Cord. Oh no, they actually drew Cord. Because they didn't attack with this. They actually draw cord. I guess my thing did. What the fuck? Why is my... It's just not working. Okay, there we go. Alright, combat. Oh, I guess they're not dead on board, right? Because they have 5 toughness. They're dead to the outburst, but... Lose to a lot of things. Well, it doesn't look like they have cord. I think I only lost to cord and cord and Geist, right? I think those are the 2 cards that I lost to. Alright, they died. Big chill vibes. Can't sack a lantern to blast for value. True. That is a good point. I am going to mulligan. So opponent's probably playing Amulet. So I think I keep this. Put back Fury, pitch Fury. I want to keep all 3 lands. Not going to get greedy. Their thought was by putting 2 copies of Makeshift in the anvil side, they still get construct triggers even if it crunches down the anvils. Oh, sure. Yeah, I gotcha. So basically putting Makeshift into the anvil deck, which does make sense. I think Makeshift is really good. And Makeshift is honestly probably a lot better when you have anvil. So that does make a lot of sense. Dead. Actually dead. Never beaten a Grazer in my life. That's a good draw. Alright. Go. Uh-huh. Okay. So they have 2 cards. I think I'm going to bounce the Dryad EOT. Just a good tempo line. Okay, not bad. Take that. Not the best, but you pop and map. Okay. Get castle. Oh. Just want F6. I just want a F6. Okay. Definitely just gonna pass. But the issue is, even if they play Titan, it's kind of in a weird spot. I guess I can just hope they get Valakutes and bounce the Dryad. It's probably my only out. I guess the good thing about this setup is they have to pay for Pact next turn, right? So I can bounce the Dryad after they get Valakutes, they pay for Pact, and then I also bounce the Titan on my turn. So then hopefully they just don't have enough mana to, like, replay shit. I guess they're going to be able to replay the Dryad, which then they could trigger Valakut with. Yeah, this is awkward. Okay. I'm going to use all of my mana to Gone the Dryad. So that happens. So they have Dryad in hand, and they have to pay for Pact. So they still have enough mana to pay for Pact and replay Dryad. So that means we're probably dead. How can I possibly get out of this? I guess I can hope they don't have 2 lands? Or just hope they have 0 lands, right? That's my way out, is if I just bounce the Titan, play a land, attack for 8, they go pay for Pact, play Dryad, just hope they don't have lands. Because they didn't play an extra land that turn, did they? I guess they probably, even if they had a land, they probably would have just held it for Dryad next turn. But I think that's my only way out of this. I don't really see a better plan. Yeah, I don't really have a better plan. So, alright. Attack for 8. Go, Preach. Should I play it out from X2? Yeah, I think playing it out X2 is fine. Okay. Damn it. Yeah, Rhino down. Yep. You win. Force of Vigor. Cut this. No, cut this card. And 2 of this card, I think. Oh, wait. I almost forgot to bring in Bloodbane. What am I doing? What am I doing? There we go. That looks better. Actually, I'll cut a Borrower, Brain Fury. That's in the list. Oh, the Debir list. Let's see. Shredder, Thing. Demolich is kind of cool. Consider... Although Demolich plays kind of awkwardly with Cruise. Drown Thoughtseize. I like that you have a plethora of 1-mana spells for Shredder. I'm not a big fan of Otherworldly Gaze, though. I think I would just max out on Opts. You're having trouble with Sacrifice. You could Necromentia. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's better or worse than Kalidas. But Blast Zone's a cool idea, too. I know that Claudio suggested Blast Zone, which is also a cool idea. I guess this hand's fine. It's not great, but... Amulet. Go. I need to cycle Ice to find a land. That's not a land. That's not a land. Okay. Okay. You can go. Sick. Gaze is what makes multiple cruises go strong. Cruise, Demolich, attack, use Gaze. Yeah, I guess Gaze might be a little bit better if you're playing Cruise and Demolich. I guess I can get behind that. Because that is a lot of graveyard stuff. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. If you're going to play both of those. It definitely makes more sense with that setup. Yeah. Also, like, just on 3 mana, you can go, like, Shredder on 2, and then on turn 3, you can go Gaze plus Flashback to trigger it. That's kind of cool. You win. Fingers was playing Todd's deck earlier, the blue-red Delver, or not Delver, but Pyromancer deck. On the draw? Guess this hand's fine. If a medium-sized Modern event, that round just destroyed all my hype. I mean, I don't know, it's just Modern, right? Like, that's just kind of what this format is. It's what you sign up for. It's not my cup of tea, but, you know, it's a PTQ, so I guess I'll play it. It's kind of where I'm at. It's like, I basically hate every deck, and I think gameplay mostly sucks, but I like it. I enjoy playing this deck, so I guess I'll just play it. I really wish we could just delete Modern Horizons from history. I fucking hate both those sets. They're just so oppressive. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I think I Fury Pitch Ice, and then just ice them. Because I need to find a Cascade spell. Guess I'm going to fetch my basic mountain. But yeah, I definitely need to cycle to try and find a Cascade spell. But I don't want to take 1,000 damage from the Eidolon. This is worse if they have a second Eidolon, because now I don't have a red card for Fury. But a Fury pitch fire, but pitching ice was a fine land too. Oh, I got that. Oh man. Is he on Pyro? Whatever Todd was playing. I don't know. Todd's blue-red deck. That's all I got. 2 cards in hand, huh? Is this the ever-fabled hardcast endurance game? I think so. Let's do it. I don't know. Whoa, no. This one. You know, just throw away some cards. Oh, he's playing Mono Green? Gotcha. I wasn't playing that earlier. He played the blue-red deck in the PTQ. I dropped the challenge. You can ignore the title. We're just finishing up this Modern League, and then I'm going to call it a day. Oh my god, it's Lightning Alex! They have a third Eidolon? It's the only reason that would make sense. Oh, sure, okay. Alright, I should let that resolve. And then Endurance them. Just in case they have, I don't know, Dragon's Rage Channeler or some shit. I mean, if I draw a Cascade spell, I think I'm going to win. But if not, I probably can't race them. I mean, it's not awful. So this puts them to 16. Then we go to 6, play a Borrower, and then we have a 3-turn clock with a Force. It's probably not good enough. I definitely have to cast the Borrower here. I know I have to go Shields down on Force, but I can't not cast the Borrower. That's just not realistic. I can't die right here. They have 1 card in hand, so I literally can't die. I guess if I drew Lightning Bolt and they sacked, and they have double Lightning Bolts, the only way I lose. But otherwise, we get to force something. No spell here would be nice. Okay, I'm at 3. That's actually fine because it doesn't change the clock. But still probably dead. They draw 2 lands. It's not a land. I guess I could draw another force. Maybe I'm favored if I draw a force. Alright, first draw on the deck. 6 yeah. Their hand is all Goblin Guides. Although if they have Goblin Guide, they could buy a turn by chump blocking. We are dead. No side. I guess I'm going to bring in 2 Force over 2 Endurance, because Force is better against Eidolon. Endurance sucks. That's not how you're beating them. You're beating them by casting a Cascade spell. Seto's favorite Vedra Forest. Up top. I know, Coach. I'm only playing because there's a PTQ tomorrow. If it wasn't a PTQ, I would not be playing Modern again. But there is a PTQ, so I feel compelled to play. But that's the only reason. That's the only tournaments I'm going to play Modern for. There's like a couple local RCQs, but I'm just kind of off playing Modern challenges. I mean, Force isn't great against Vortex. You still take 5. I just mulligan to Cascade spells in this matchup. How did I convince myself that playing Fire Out was good? I mean, I guess. I'm not going to go to 4. This hand doesn't take a lot of damage, which is nice. Just 2 fetches for basics. Lava Spike. The way, you know what I kind of feel about modern games? I kind of feel that like 90% of modern games are just kind of decided on by turn 2, maybe turn 3. Turn 2 might be aggressive, but I feel like they're almost all decided by turn 3. Maybe that's just the way it's always been, but I don't know. Like, this game's over. I can't win. I didn't draw a Cascade spell. I lose. Oh, I didn't have Backpeep Stop. Whatever. Alright, this is just so boring. I don't know. I'm just not having fun. I'm having fun because I'm streaming and I'm hanging out with chat, but, you know, not because of this. An 8 and they have 3 cards in hand. Alright, you win. People in my area refuse to play Pioneer almost at all. That sucks. Yeah, we usually get like a pretty good turnout. Our average turnout at FNM is probably around, I would say probably between 40 to 45 people, and usually about half of them play Modern and half of them play Pioneer. We usually run a Pioneer FNM and a Modern FNM, which is cool. We actually have enough people to run both, which is nice. Based. Actually based. I love it when they bring in Path. If that was a Burn Spell, I probably would have lost this game, but I actually have a chance now. We go to 13 and I have 10. Yeah, I still might lose. We get 8 to 10 per Pioneer. Yeah, it was actually, there was a period of time where our store only ran Pioneer. So at the beginning of the year, the store owner, like, we hadn't, basically what happened is, I've been going to that store for probably since about June of last year, right? So between June of last year and December, they only ran Modern, okay? So I was, playing Modern every week, that was cool. Eventually got sick of it, and then what happened is, because I think a lot of people were getting sick of Modern, they started to do Pioneer only, which they did for about a month and a half, and early on, we probably got between, 15 to 20. And then a couple, maybe like a month in, we started to get 30, 35, 40 for only Pioneer, right? Because, that was the only offering at that point. And then they eventually brought back Modern, because a lot of people were like, well, I want to play Pioneer, because there were still some Modern stands out there, but, But it's cool. We get to do both now. And now we have, the people play Modern, people play Pioneer. It's cool. It's nice. Everybody's happy. Not quite a 2-turn clock, but I guess the Barber kind of makes it a 2-turn clock. Although if I cast the Borrower, I lose the 2 burn spells. Okay, cool. I don't have to play around 2 burn spells. Because they could have Searing Blaze. Okay, well now I just don't cast the Borrower. Now I can go Outburst Force. Submit. Pre-COVID, our store had 4 to 8 people turn up for Commander on Friday, so only 30 people playing Commander. It's cannibalized a 60 guard format players a little. Everybody wants to play Commander now. Yeah. Played Jefferson, I can't remember for finals. That sounds kind of cool. So it was like they did like a multi-format tournament. That's pretty sweet. Opponent Mulligan. This hand's cracked, right? Pretty good. I might have to fetch Shotgun one if they have a Goblin Guide, but I don't think I can mulligan this. It's really awkward that I have 2 red cards to pair with my 2 forces, but yeah, Lava Spike's fine. Don't force Lava Spikes. Okay. It looks like a bad draw, but it's actually not, because it's a green card to pitch to force. So, like, unironically, that's not a horrible draw. It's just a green card. Because now this is better if they have Eidolon. Have the Leylands come up this league? Not really, no. Well, no, that's not true. We did play against Murktide, and we did have an inner opening hand against Murktide, and it was quite good. But do I force Dis ever? You mean Dis Nuts? That's where you're going with that, right? I love you, Todd. Alright, I'm at 10. You got me. I have 2 cards, and I'm at 10. Okay. Awkward. Still need to draw that fucking land. I guess I drew a blue card now, which is kind of cool. So now I can play this and this. It's actually kind of nice. Unironically, I kind of want to stomp them. Land me. Land me, dealer. I summon to the top of my deck a basic island. Shit. I mean, YOLO. I'm not gonna not cast it. What do I look like? Kidding me? The fuck do I look like? Just don't Boros Charm me, please. Okay, that's fine, because I still have a 2-turn clock. That I think is fine. What happened with the Pioneer Challenge? I went 1-3 drop. Got a couple bad matchups, well, it's weird. No, I think I lost a good matchups. I just had some really, really bad draws. And I also think that I built my deck kind of bad. I think the Blood Scythe Harvesters are pretty awful. I have 1 card. That I think I want to force, because that puts them to 21, which is no longer a 2-turn clock. I guess with the Canyons, it probably still is a 2-turn clock, but I think that plays fine, because I don't need the second Shardless. Okay. I kind of hope the last card in their hand is Path, because if their last card is Path, they lose. But if it's a burn spell, I could lose. So I hope it's Path. I guess maybe also Goblin Guide, but... Alright, don't kill me. Is there a way I could have squeezed out a couple extra points? Alright, well, they died. Alright, 4-1. Lost the Amulet. I'll probably just play the Ley Lines, because I think there's going to be a lot of Murktide tomorrow, so... Yeah, I'll probably play the Ley Lines. Let's open some chests. Sort by set. Chesties. Chesties! This actually, I don't...